Hello everyone, welcome to my lecture series of electromagnetic fields. We will discuss different theories, phenomena and numerical solution of different cases in this series. I hope this series will give a fruitful outcome to physics scholars or engineering students. In the last video of this lecture series, we have seen the transformation of vector from Cartesian to cylindrical coordinate system and vice versa. Press the I button to review that content. Today we will see the vector transformation from Cartesian to spherical coordinate system and vice versa. So let us begin. The transformation of point from one coordinate system to another is quite easy, but for the study of electromagnetics we often require to calculate operations on the vectors which may be represented in different coordinate system. At such instances, we need to convert every vector in one particular coordinate system representation, and for that we must know how to transform any vector from one system to another. So let us consider a vector a bar in a Cartesian coordinate system as a bar equals to capital AX bar plus capital AY bar plus capital AZ bar. Here capital AX, AY and AZ are X, Y and Z coordinates of point A, while AX bar, AY bar and AZ bar are representing the direction of X, Y and Z axis. The same vector a bar in a spherical coordinate system can be represented as a bar equals to AR bar plus a theta bar plus a phi bar. Here, similar to above, capital AR, a theta and a phi are the spherical coordinates of point A, while AR bar, a theta bar and a phi bar are representing the direction of r theta and phi respectively. Now from the applications of dot product, we know that the component of any vector in a particular direction is nothing but the dot product of that vector with a unit vector of that particular direction. Fine. We also recognize the same as a projection of vector in any direction. Okay. So now we will determine the components of a bar, which is initially known into Cartesian coordinate system, in the direction of AR bar, a theta bar and a phi bar. So the component of a bar in the direction of AR bar is nothing but the coordinate of a in the direction of r, and it can be written as a bar dot AR bar. Fine. So when you perform this dot product, at that time capital AX, AY and AZ being constant, it will remain out from the dot product, and only the dot product between the base vectors will take place. Fine. So AX bar dot AR bar, AY bar dot AR bar and AZ bar dot AR bar. Similarly, we can also write for the component of a bar in the direction of a theta bar and a phi bar as here will be a theta bar and a phi bar. Okay. So a theta is nothing but a bar dot a theta bar. So again same procedure will be followed, and finally you will have the dot product of ax bar dot a theta bar, ay bar dot a theta bar and az bar dot a theta bar. And phi coordinate of a can be determined with this equation. Now we will mark these three equations as equation 1, 2 and 3, and we will utilize these afterwards. Fine. Now to move forward from this step, we need to calculate these 9 dot product, same as we have calculated in our previous video when we were converting M1 vector from Cartesian to cylindrical. Fine. At that time also we have solved this 9 dot product. Fine. Again, for this conversion or transformation, we will try to solve these 9 dot products. So I have taken a right-handed Cartesian coordinate system and a point xyz is shown. So these are the x, y and z coordinates of that point. We can imagine a sphere and a cone and a half plane which represents the same point in spherical coordinate system. Fine. So here r is radius of that sphere. This angle theta with z axis is a half angle formed by the right circular cone, and this phi is an angle formed with respect to x axis by this half plane. Okay, so this is the direction of x, y and z in Cartesian coordinate system, and this will become the direction of r, theta and phi in spherical coordinate system. Fine. Now here in 3-dimensional space, it is very difficult to determine a direction directly. Fine. So for that, one most easy solution is to have a projection of any vector on horizontal plane, because our mind is very comfortable to visualize any angles on horizontal plane. Fine. Here in this case, the xy plane is our horizontal plane. Fine. So for first 3 dot product, that is, we are going to calculate for ax bar dot ar bar, ay bar dot ar bar and az bar dot ar bar. Fine. So for calculating these 3 dot products, what we will done, we will take a projection of ar bar on horizontal plane. Fine. So this is our ar bar, which is making a theta angle with az bar. So as you can see, this angle is theta, so this angle will also be theta. Okay, so keeping the projection of ar bar on xy plane, we will get ar bar sine theta. Fine. How it will be ar bar sine theta? Because this, fine, so this component will be ar bar cos theta and this component will be ar bar sine theta. Okay, so length of this projection will be same as this component, hence we have shown it as ar bar sine theta. So simple trigonometry. Okay, let us remove these unwanted lines. So the projection of this ar bar, that is base vector in spherical system, on xy plane will be ar sine theta. Fine. Now we will visualize the angle with x and ar sine theta. Fine. So for this ax bar dot ar bar, it will be rather be calculated as ax bar dot ar bar sine theta. Okay, now this angle, as you can see, this angle is phi, so this angle can be written as phi, and this angle will be 90 minus phi, because the angle between x and y is 90 degree. Fine. So this angle will be 90 minus phi. Okay, here we will rather calculate ay bar dot ar sine theta. Fine. Here we need not to take any projection on xy plane, because we know the angle between az and ar as theta. Fine. So this dot product will directly be calculated as modulus of az bar modulus of ar bar into cos angle between z and r is theta. Now both of these being unit vector, the modulus will be 1, so we will get cos theta. Fine. So third dot product has been solved as cos theta. First 2 dot product, so for calculating this dot product, the modulus of ax bar and ar bar will be 1, sine theta being constant will be as it is, and as it is dot product, the cos of angle between ax and ar sine theta should be taken. So this angle is nothing but phi, so it will be cos theta, sin theta cos phi. Fine. Here also sin theta will be there, but the angle between AY and AR sin theta is 90 minus phi, so cos 90 minus phi, and cos 90 minus phi is nothing but minus sin phi, so sorry, plus sin phi, so it will be sin theta sin phi. Okay, so this is the most easy practice to determine the values of this dot product. Okay, now to calculate the second three dot products, that is ax bar dot a theta bar, ay bar dot a theta bar, and az bar dot a theta bar. Fine. For that, we also know that a theta is not normal to xy plane, so we will take the projection of a theta bar on horizontal plane for the ease of calculation. So again, I have taken xy plane separately. This is our base vector a theta bar, which is going downwards from xy plane, and this vector is making angle 90 degree plus theta with z axis. Fine. So the projection of a theta on xy plane will be a theta cos theta. Okay, this as the direction of x and y respectively. This angle is phi, this angle is 90 minus phi. Okay, so again doing the same practice, ax bar dot a theta bar cannot be calculated directly, so we'll take a projection of a theta bar on xy plane. So that projection is nothing but a theta cos theta. Fine. So now performing this dot product, we will have cos theta into cos. Angle between ax and a theta cos theta is mentioned as phi, so cos theta cos phi will be the answer. Similarly, ay bar dot a theta bar, it cannot also be calculated directly, so we will going to use the projection of theta on xy plane, so cos theta will be there, and here the angle between y and a theta cos theta is 90 minus phi, which is nothing but sin phi. So this dot product will be cos theta sin phi, and a dot product of az bar and a theta bar. So as we can see here over here, the angle between az bar and a theta bar is 90 plus phi. Fine. So it will directly be cos 90 plus theta, and cos 90 plus theta is nothing but minus sin theta. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the second three dot products, and for final three dot products we will directly have the projection of a phi bar on xy plane, because we know this the a phi bar direction, this vector will always be parallel to xy plane. Okay, so no inclining angle will be there. Okay, and this will be the direction of x and y respectively. Now if this angle is phi, then this angle will also be phi, and if this angle is phi, then the angle between x and phi will be 90 plus phi. Okay, here the direction of z is like this one, which is making 90 degree angle with all these three base vectors. Okay, so final three dot product, that is ax bar dot a phi bar, which is nothing but modulus of ax bar 1 multiplied by modulus of a phi bar 1 into cos of angle between x and phi, which is 90 plus phi. So 90 plus phi will give us minus sin phi. Secondly, ay bar dot a phi bar, so again modulus of ay bar 1, modulus of a phi bar is also 1. Angle between y and phi is phi, so cos phi will give us finally cos phi as a answer. Then az bar dot a phi bar, so modulus of both these unit vectors are 1, and the angle that between z and phi is 90 degree, so cos pi by 2 will give you the answer 0. Okay, so if for any instance if you are facing some difficulties in determination of angle directly due to 3-dimensional inclination of any vector, then it is very popular practice to take a projection of such vector on horizontal plane and you calculate your angles accordingly. Okay, so this 90 plus phi and this is phi. Fine. Now these are the summary that whatever we have discussed up to now. Okay, so to find the first 3 dot products, we need to consider this figure in which we have taken a projection of AR bar on XY plane. To find these 3 dot products, this figure should be taken into consideration in which we have taken the projection of A theta on XY plane, and to determine the value of these 3 dot product we will consider this figure in which we have taken the projection of A phi bar on XY plane. Okay, so this is how we can simply explain the angles. Fine, means there is no any simpler method than this. Fine, believe me. Moving further, putting the values of these dot products in equation 1, 2 and 3. So these are our 3 equations that we have marked at the starting of this lecture. These are the values of 9 dot product that we have just seen, and putting these values we will have the r coordinate of point A will be ax into sin theta cos phi plus ay into sin theta sin phi plus az into cos theta. Similarly, a theta will be ax into cos theta cos phi plus ay into cos theta sin phi plus az into minus sin theta. And finally, a phi will be ax into minus sin phi plus ay into cos phi plus az into 0. The vector A in spherical coordinate system can be represented after determining the spherical coordinates with the help of above equations. Fine. Now similar to whatever we have done in our last video, we will now represent these 3 equations in matrix form. Fine. So this obtained equation can be written into matrix form as a column vector AR A theta A phi, a 3 cross 3 vector of its coefficients, and another column vector AX AY AZ. So by directly using this relation you can transform any vector from Cartesian coordinate system to spherical coordinate system, because AX and AY and AZ will be known to you. Fine, you just need to calculate theta and phi. This is also very easy indeed. Fine, you just remember the lecture in which spherical coordinate system has been covered, so you know that cos theta, or directly we used to write theta as cos inverse z by r, or cos inverse, now r is nothing but under root x square plus y square plus z square. Fine, so by simply knowing the value of x, y, z you can find the value of theta over here. Fine, same way phi is defined as tan inverse y by x. Fine, so knowing ax, ay and az you can easily find ar, a theta and a phi with this matrix relation. Okay, the reverse transformation, that is the known values of AR, A theta and A phi, and we need to now calculate AX, AY and AZ. Fine, so that reverse transformation can also be performed, that is any vector can be transformed from spherical to Cartesian coordinate system. Fine. So we know that with what we can do now, this 3 cross 3 matrix, if it goes left hand side to the equal to sign, then it will get inverse. Fine. And our equation will finally become ax ay az equals to the inverse of that matrix multiplied by known ar, a theta and a phi. Fine. Here you will also observe that inverse of this matrix is exactly inverse equal to the transpose of the same matrix. Fine. So in both the matrix, that is a transformation from Cartesian to cylindrical, and this one transformation from Cartesian to spherical. Fine. Whatever the coefficient matrix we are getting are having a unique property, and that property is the inverse of that matrix is exactly equal to the transpose of that matrix. Fine. So in both the transformation, this 3 cross 3 matrix we have got are having this property. Fine. Thank you.